Hello again from Scouse Farm. Little indication of where I am for those who want to come here after you see the video. Prince's Gate West in Toxteth, Liverpool 8. And I'm about to, because it's a little shortcut for me when I walk through this Prince's Park now, but it is gorgeous and I'm going to get you to have a little look at it yourselves. Very cold today again, but I'm not too bothered because it isn't raining. And as you can see, I'm not going to start talking about the history as I walk through it like I have done with a few other recent videos, for two reasons. First reason, I haven't got a clue because I've not been through here much and I haven't researched it. And number two, you might be getting bored of it by now, so I'll just leave a link down below and you can see everything you need to know about Prince's Park. So I'll find something to put in the video description. And on the way past, I do want to stop and show you this lovely little triple memorial here. You can see the flagstones just as you enter the park from Prince's Gate West, and this is commemoration of 3 Victoria Cross winners from the First World War, the Great War of 1914-1918, which I quite like that they've kept a bit of a reminder. And just so you know, there'll be more information online, but we've got Second Lieutenant Stanley Henry Parry Bokey Victoria Cross, if I've said his surname correct. We've got Captain Ronald Neil Stewart Victoria Cross, Distinguished Service Order, not sure what RD is, and RNR is Royal Navy Reserves. And then we've got Ernest Alexander Victoria Cross winner. Doesn't say much about, oh, he's a Lieutenant Colonel in the Royal Field Artillery. Right, so if you want to know any more, that's the information about the 3 Victoria Cross winners. I've just nearly fell over again. As you can see, it's a bit slippy. Right, let's have a little walk through. And this is a public park in Toxteth. You've got all the areas where you can walk your dogs, and believe it or not, I thought it was going nuts, but I've just seen like a flock. I don't know if you know that's the right collective for parrots, but I've just seen a flock of parrots flying loose. So I don't know if they've escaped from somewhere or there are actually parrots living in this park, because they're just here. But I would imagine anytime you see budgies and parrots and things, it's because they've escaped from somewhere. But it wasn't just 1 or 2, there was a load of them. So I don't know if they've been released in here on purpose or if they've escaped from somewhere. But what a lovely day to go walking through the park. Got to keep an eye out for the dogs though. There's a few dogs off leads. Had a few close calls lately. And we've got an obelisk here, which is usually a symbol of a commemoration of war, so we'll see what this obelisk says on the way past. And I know a bit further down there's supposed to be a lake in here, and I'll go and take you around the lake if it's not too far away. So here we have a map of Prince's Park. Can you hear that? That's one of them parrots, I think. I'd like to get one on camera, so I'll keep my eye out for it. And that's it's quite a big park actually. I didn't know it was that big. I've only been through one little part of it. But let's see what this obelisk says. And then there's another structure. Oh, that's a church in the background. So I'll just walk down this path and see if we can get to the lake. Oh, you can hardly read that. The marbling is covered over it. But Richard Vaughan Yates, the enlightened and philanthropic founder of Prince's Park, erected by public subscription. Yeah, I like that, so please subscribe to the channel as well. 1858, if I've read that correctly, because it's difficult to see with the marble background. Probably easier to see on the video than it is for me to see looking at it now. So that's what this obelisk, and I imagine it used to have a fountainhead on it there with the water running into this little collected vessel, but no longer. Oh yeah, Yeah, look at that, that's gorgeous. Beautiful winter's day. And I'm going towards the sound of that screeching. I think that's them parrots again. So I don't want you to think I'm going crazy. There's definitely parrots knocking about around here. But what a beautiful place to come. Surrounded by buildings and in a major city, and you've still got lovely open spaces like this, which is to be protected and treasured, because as we all know, a lot of open spaces end up with housing developments on them lately. So let's try and keep what we've got, so we can go somewhere to breathe. Oh, that's lovely. Even a fallen tree. Is that one of them? I've been determined to get one of these parrots, you know, on film. But even like a fallen tree like this one here, you know, this provides plenty of habitat for all sorts of creatures, insects. Hedgehogs can hide under there, and it then rots down over time and becomes food for the organisms in the soil below. So nothing goes to waste in nature. It recycles everything naturally on its own accord. No need to drag it anywhere else, just leave it where it falls and it'll sort itself out. Nice to see a few joggers going past. Try and keep the faces off, but it is hard. But you'll hear them mostly. They're all out of breath when they're running past. It's not me. Oh, if we've got some sort of greenhouse here, I'll just back up. Someone's grown something on the back of these flats or buildings. Can you see that? That's good. What have we got in there? I don't know, not sure, but the way they've cut out the side, I think that will be to get the airflow through, which is a good idea. So I think they'll be growing something sensitive in there, you know, like peppers, chilies, tomatoes, anything. Or I can't see what it is. It just looks like, from here it looks like ivy, but I doubt it's ivy. You wouldn't really place ivy inside a covered area. No need to. It grows outside. But yeah, let's move on. I know there's a lake in here somewhere. Wow, this is quite an impressive, imposing tree going over the top. And I put a video up recently, a couple of days ago, about a contrast of buildings, and that's like over there. So these are some of the old ones I was pointing to, which are beautiful. And then along that road on the front, there's that 1960s monstrosity that is basically infecting the rest of the road with its ugliness. And those who live at the back of that brutalist building, they've got this view out to the park, so at least they're going to get some amends from living in there. As they walk up to the front of it, they can look out the back and see a beautiful park instead, which is nice for them. Wow, that looks, in the background it's difficult to see on the camera, but from where I'm walking it looks like you're approaching a castle. Let me zoom in for you. See that in the background? It actually looks like you're walking up towards a castle. It's brilliant. And I know I harp on about it, but look at the difference in building styles from the past to the present. It's just incomparable. It's nonsensical. But look at, oh, there's the lake. There we go. It's a bit of a trek away. What are we on now? 9 minutes. I'll get over there as quick as I can. In fact, I'll take a shortcut. I'll get muddy. Walk across the grass. So I've just clocked some water off the side of me, right side of the camera. I'll take you over there. But that building, I'm not sure where I think that's on the edge of Sefton Park, or the entrance to it near Croxteth Gate or something. But I'll see if I can get in there or get around there to get a good video of that building itself, because it is fantastic. Look at it. Well, you can see it through the trees. A nice place to live that'll be, if it is indeed a building of residence and not just an office building or something. But over the top here we've got the lake, so you'll get to see the lake now. Wonder if there's any ducks left or if they've all disappeared. I know in the park by mine all the geese have been they do all them little rehearsals for when they're going to fly off in formation, so it's like they're doing a little recce, so they all take off, fly in formation, land again, take off, fly in formation, land again, and then one day they just do it and don't come back. So they actually practice before they do it. Here we go, ducks. Let's get down there. Moorhen, I think that's a moorhen. Was. It's getting away now. Yep, so we've got ducks, moorhens, all sorts of other creatures floating about. And in the background again, that definitely looks like a castle from afar. Beautiful. And some more unusual noises. Still haven't seen them parrots, but they're here somewhere. Oh yeah. What a beautiful lake. Look at that. It's freezing cold, but it looks like a summer's day. It's got the sun there, beautifully shining down. All the birds are enjoying themselves. We've even got us a little bridge here, so I'll go over the bridge and then I'll be out the other side and I can carry on what I was doing. So if you do live around here, you'll probably know about this park, but if you're not from the Toxteth area, this is really close to Sefton Park, so nearly everybody in the city knows Sefton Park, but very few may know about Prince's Park. So get yourselves over here, have a little walk around, because it is very, very peaceful in here. Whoa, that's slippy. I'm gonna have to slow down. Can't see any fish. Just having a look in there. Now we're going on a little adventure. And this, they've put rubber matting down, which is good. So I'm walking on, this is it's like that playground rubber stuff. I think this is supposed to be a little grotto, a little trail or something. We've got some, well, don't know what they are, stepping stones or something, some sort of featured design. Yeah, I think you're supposed to jump on the top of them. One of them is inscribed. Let's go and see what it says. Oh, there's quite a few inscribed. What's that? Real leaders must be ready to sacrifice all for the freedom of their people. Oh my goodness. Considering the times we live in, and that's the thing I've just stumbled across. I think those at the top forgot to read that memo, didn't they? 100%. Real leaders must be ready to sacrifice all for the freedom of their people. But unfortunately, we live in Orwellian times, so that's double speak. It means the actual opposite. Let's see what we've got up the top. It's quite poignant that I've stumbled across that. That was the one I picked out, and that is, I can guarantee it's not by design, because I've physically never been in here before in my life in this part, and it looks like I've just gone round in a circle. So that's all that was, and there's no way out here unless I swim. So I'm going to leave you on the corner here next to the water. See a little creature in the background. So thank you very much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up. Get yourselves down to Prince's Park if you live in the area and you didn't know it was here. And Scouse Farm. We'll see you all again soon.